in listen-only mode.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to tonight's special event. We normally have our affiliate webinar tonight, but tonight we got a really special webinar for you guys. We've got founder Mr. Bruce Bice here. We just got back from Temecula. It was awesome. And I've also got Chris McMahon here, the VP of Corporate Sales. So we're excited to be here. So what we're going to do, guys, is I'm going to get it started right now, and I'm just going to bring out Bruce. Bruce, are you there, bud?
Yes, I am. Thank you, Jeremy.
Awesome.
I want to thank Chris for being on too. You want me to just take off and run?
I like when you take off and run.
All right. All right. Well, anyway, thanks for being on. Everyone that's joined us tonight, Tuesday night on this webinar. We want to kind of have just kind of a congratulations for the month, an incredible month that we had in April. We know it's the 16th. We want to give you some important updates that will be a part of what we do over the next few days. And, you know, one of the important things that we want to talk about up front, because oftentimes we handle different questions, different things as we look at support, commissions, payments, and we do things in a different way. And I want you tonight, those of you that are especially in leadership positions, those of you that have become a platinum or a PMQ or a gold, I want you to look at this a little differently than you have other things that you've been a part of, because you own this. You own this company. Every inch of your success has gotten you more beqyck, which gives you more shares in beqyck. So you own this. You know, it was funny this morning as I was watching, going through really early. A lot of mornings I'll wake up in maybe 4:40 or so, do something for about an hour, and then lay back down maybe for an hour and a half, and then get up and go, because we have a lot of international people that I'm sure all of you are aware of. And of course, Sam Mendez, the co-founder of our company, has traveled a lot internationally, as I have. So we love what's going on around the world, and the interest that beqyck has generated and beqyck has generated. But you own the company. Is back to that for a minute. You know, it's with a different mindset that we look at what we're doing, and you should look at what you're doing. You know, again, I was on Facebook this morning, and a guy commented, well, so there's 1 million coins been assigned, or billion, and he's a little off. There's a way for you to tell that, but won't get into all of that today. But you know, 1 billion coins have been assigned. Where's the other 9 billion at, and who's holding those? So you know, his opinion, by listening to the story and not listening to very much of it, maybe someone called him and said we were embedding the company into the coin, and he never bothered to take 5 minutes to listen to anything else. But so, you know, for fun, I just went on and clicked on it, on his profile, and I said, wow, let's go look at a little bit about this guy. So he's smart. He's been trading Ethereum. So he's made a lot of money there, and he talks about that. He's a fan of Ethereum. And then he's smart. He's been in Bitcoin like we have. You know, 2.5 years ago, we set out on a mission to learn about the blockchain, got involved in Bitcoin, and it was approximately $224 a coin. So I don't have to tell you that Bitcoin has been very good to us, Sam and myself, and what we've chosen to do over the last couple of years. But he didn't bother to learn anything about us, really. He was just saying, well, somebody obviously is going to hold a lot of those coins, and you know, I know what was going through his mind. Well, no, those coins are there so that people like yourself that's on this call, and businesses that will be a part of the Key 100, and a lot of those have already raised their hand. Incredible call last night, but wait till you hear some of the new businesses that are coming on. I would have never dreamed that we would start off with some of the well-known brands that are in America that have raised their hand and said, yeah, we want to be a part of this. You know, if you're successful and you're right, this is going to be a very profitable thing for us. And look, yeah, they're doing it because they get 70%, but so does some of the best Groupon merchants. Some of the best Groupon merchants, like Kenneth Lewis, get 70%. In fact, we listened in on a call the other day when Kenneth, one of his reps, was calling him. He let us listen in, 2 or 3 of us, just a little fly on the wall, as Groupon called him to renew some of what he does with Groupon. And so, yeah, they know that part is going to work maybe a little better, a little faster, but they're intrigued by beqyck. They're intrigued that there's something going on different with this company, that we have a goal of building something on Ethereum that will have more wallets available over the next year, over the next 10 or 11 months than they do. They're intrigued that we believe over the next couple of years, we'll have more wallets out there than Bitcoin, which, by the way, is only 10 million wallets around the world. So they're intrigued that we could have a larger reach when it comes to distribution and people listening than either one of those things put together. Ethereum is about 1 million missed wallets. Bitcoin is 10 million wallets. So that intrigues a real business person when they listen to this. And what is fun is you own this. You own this company. So why are, I'm going to cover several whys tonight so that maybe you get a little clearer picture of what we're all about. So why do we have a Key 100? Well, we gave you a way that you could enter businesses and let your business be a part of the Deals platform. And frankly, those first entries were not the style or the level of business that we wanted on our platform first. Not all of them, but a chunk of them were people who, and don't take offense at this, I'm not saying it's you, because you could enter your business obviously without participating at all for free. So a lot of these were just things that people wanted to get rid of. They were not at the level that we wanted to see as a company. So we formed the Key 100, and wow, what we're getting, the quality of the offers and the quality of the businesses are truly outstanding. So that when we fully launch this platform, we'll have loaded a model and a quality of offer that will help steer everyone else that comes on. Now, a lot of you have asked questions about, well, how many businesses do we have to have in a city? Well, look, it takes more. It's like raising a child. It takes a village. So a lot of people have come to support, and they get cranky that, well, I'm by myself. Well, probably not by yourself in the city you're in, by the way. There's over 30,000 people registered with beqyck. And I always say this, if there's 30,000 people registered, there's 300,000 people on the way. If there's 300,000 people on the way, then there's 3 million people coming. So relax, submit the offers that you have and the deals you have. And as that quality shows up, we're going to go ahead and add those areas. We're not going to not add areas that have quality offers, because it just gets those first businesses a lot of business in their establishment. Because look, beqyck people are different. We're different. We're going to go to these businesses more than Groupon customers are. Believe me, the businesses are going to renew more than the Groupon businesses renew, because there's a personal touch. We've studied the deals market for a while, and we know why that places like Scandinavia, that Groupon is not successful there at all now. Why? Because they have pulled in their people on the street. They pulled it into a phone room, a younger crowd, nothing wrong with youth, but a younger crowd that calls out. And people throughout Scandinavia said, wow, these are not offers I would participate in. Maybe somebody visiting here would, but the quality of these offers is not anything I would have happen. You are our conduit to the street. You're our conduit to your neighborhood. So we're always going to do better than them. We want you to refer us those businesses that you can't live without, that you want to go to yourself, because we're setting a standard, and you're going to see this as we move forward. We're setting a rating service very much like Uber that will rate businesses. So it's basically a 3-strike rule. If a business has 3 strikes that shows us that they're not going to maintain a quality that they should, then they won't be able to have a deal on the platform. And it isn't just because a competitor says something. We're going to follow through on this. But it's the same thing with the affiliates that bring us these offers. We don't want businesses, three of these businesses that are off our platform. We're going to speak to the affiliate, and we're going to wait a while before they can present another offer to us, because we want to do something exceptional. And we know that you're the way we do that. You are, because you own this company. So that's number one. The Key 100 is designed for quality. Yes, it's QY 100, but let's say that QY for right now stands for quality. Quality of the offer, and you're going to see something that far exceeds what you expected. Now, I want to congratulate our technology team that works with the coin. Now, a lot of you got to meet Joe. A lot of you, the Key 12 did, and the management team and others got to be there in Temecula. And wow, what a trip we had! And look, we are building have built an exceptional coin in beqyck, because Ethereum was the place for us to build it with their smart contracts. It's more transparent. If you've not taken time to look at where we are in the rankings on Ethereum in a matter of days, when those other coins, most of them have been there for 90 days or more, then shame on you. You should be paying attention to that. Then number two, you should be logging into your wallets. Now, I want to make this clear, because we have a lot of queries in support, and it's really a user mess up. It's, right, we got to look each other in the mirror on this. Look, the best way for you to log into beqyck.me or your wallet is your 6-digit ID number. I tell people all the time, I know you choose a tag that you can use, /deals or whatever. I don't use those. That 6-digit number is your number, and it's going to be with you through a lot of special offers. It is the most important number that you have right now with beqyck. So that 6-digit number should be used as your username when you're logging in the wallet, and then your password that you currently have should be used. Now, minus characters. Some of you don't read the instructions, and that's okay. It can be fixed. But you can log into your back office and change your own password. You can click on account, change your name, your email, other things. But your password cannot have characters in it. It can have upper and lowercase numbers and letters. So that is some of the issues that you have in getting into your wallet. You should use a 6-digit number as your user ID, and then use your password exactly as you have it, unless you've changed it from your back office. So again, the several today that we looked at, and it really was just not because they were not putting the username in right and correctly, and not putting their password in with the right upper and lowercase numbers and letters. So please note that something as simple as that can take a lot of time with support. That is just us not reading directions. And again, we own the company. Now, the third thing I want to talk about tonight, I'm going to cover several, is our bonus, is our global incentive bonus. We assured you, and we mean it, there will not be anybody else make this pool. It's over. If you're a gold, if you're a platinum match qualified affiliate, congratulations, fantastic. You worked hard. And look, I know what the numbers are going to be over the next couple of days. I know what the amount is, and it's fantastic. There has never been a company in the history of direct sales. I don't care what you belong to, what club, what deal, what company. There has never been one in the history of direct sales that its second month has paid this amount of bonus out. And let me go a step further. Nobody paid out what we did the first month in 6 figures. This is well into 6 figures in this bonus, as it should be, as it's supposed to be. The company's gross net profit, we pay 10% of that. And so whatever that amount is, minus what the hard cost is, and I don't mean fluff, I don't mean salaries and other things, you get 10% of that. And it is not waiting until the marketing plan's out. So it is an amazing amount of money going out into that. Now, here's some house cleaning that I want you to understand, because you own the company. Don't take offense at this. It's not meant to be this way, but you've got to shift gears. And again, I know there's some on this call that I say, wow, I mean, I'm new to this and we're hearing all of this, and stay with me. There's a reason, because you want to have this owner mindset as you move forward, and you're going to get a lot more businesses that say yes when you go in to talk to them. And I'm going to give you the reasons they're going to say yes in a minute. So don't hang up now. Here's what I'll share with you, okay? If you have a mindset like an owner, then you recognize something we've been doing as a company that nobody else has ever done in the direct sales industry. And they sure haven't done it in the affiliate industry. Look, when you're in the affiliate industry, you get paid a month after, 30 days after the close of the month that the business is done in. Write that down on a paper. eBay don't pay you the next day. They pay you 30 days later, and that's after they got the money. So let me tell you something. The last day of this month, what we thought we were going to do, we did 2.5 times that. What we dreamed we were going to do, we did 2.5 times that, well over $1 million. We just got, there's very little missing, but we just got a lot of that, okay, over the last 3 or 4 days. So look, we are a little late on this global incentive bonus. Not going to say another word, it's late, but it's late because you were late, because leaders had to gather the payments and get them into us. And some of you determined it wasn't important for those to be overnighted to us. Now, you've been getting your weekly commissions. You've been getting those. We pay 4 days a week. And here's normally the process. You email us in. Some of you didn't do this. I was back and forth with a person today, and that email was 5 hours old. So it wasn't long, and it wasn't a reply. It was 5 hours old, and one of them in particular. So here's what I want you to understand. Here's what the process. You email. Normally the next day it's looked at. It's sent to us to look at that account. Just it goes through a site check. It's just a click, and then we put it out to go out the next day. If it's over $500, it's overnighted to you at our cost, nothing from you. If it's under $500, it's mailed if it's in the US. Now, some of you who I think are smart have determined that you're going to get coins. You want that commissions to be coins. We do that second so that we get checks out. Now, let me tell you, it's not 10 checks. It's hundreds of checks now, hundreds and hundreds of checks. We could not pay anybody after Monday that didn't send it in by Monday, not do it the rest of the week. We don't do that. We send checks out 4 days a week because we treat you like we want you to treat us as owners, So again, once in a while we make a mistake. There's no question. We're going to own up to that and we're going to make it right. But overall, we have done fantastic together. You have produced incredible business, and we've had people give us their all. And it starts with the lady in the front of our office. Those of you that have the privilege to come to Dallas, and I hope a lot of you do it over the next few days. A week from Saturday is well worth your time. Most of you may not realize the level of technology you're looking at with this wallet. You may not realize that unless you've been involved in cryptocurrency before and around especially a startup cryptocurrency, or you've tried to install maybe the Mist wallet from Ethereum. You don't understand how fantastic that wallet is. It is not hiding the ball. It is showing you your transactions. It is showing you our transactions, and you're able to look at third-party validation and verification with Etherscan. And I promise you this, those business owners understand what they see. So look, we've held off on some of the tools that a lot of you have asked us for a reason and a purpose. We know that when this is done, a week from this Saturday, as we roll out our exchange, and we show that Bitcoin wallet right beside that incredible wallet that you have your address right by a Bitcoin address, that means that in real time, people can buy your coins. If you're too anxious and want to sell them, trust me, there are, and I won't call them vultures, I'll call them seagulls, but there's a bunch of them that are ready to gulp up coins, believe me. So they'll take Bitcoin, buy those, you take Bitcoin and receive, and you are in the cryptocurrency business in real time. So anything that Bitcoin can do, once you have that in your hands, you can do. So we have not made that hard. It's incredible. It's incredible technology. It's beautiful. No startup coin has had these tools that work so well for the general public. I do this in meetings all the time. I challenge you, show me. It's not there. And that's because, again, everybody, including the developers of our technology, own the company like you do. So this is not, look, this isn't by pretend or it happened by accident. This is on purpose. So why, again, we want all of this so a business owner can see what you've done with us. We want all of this on this explainer video as it goes out. Now, Jeremy has done a heck of a job in giving you tools and giving you coaching, along with a host of other people. We've had a lot of help from around the world. Mario came in from South America. Great help, great information, willingness to share. Dennis from Chicago came in. Kenneth's buddy, great help. We have people who've showed up that helped pioneer Groupon, that were there, earned stock pre-IPO. So we've had every kind of helper. Great restaurant owners. Ed has opened 300 restaurants. Look at the intensity that you get in in presentation from these guys. Chris, and you know, forget it when you look at images at Sam and Ryan, these logos and the design of what we're doing. It's off the chart. So look, we're going to win. We're going to win, and we're going to win because we've done this together. Now, let me say this. One of the other things that we've had presented, so that you get, look, there's so many different moving parts, and people get excited. I had a letter, a 4-page letter the other day. Didn't sign their name. We kind of know who they are because their business address was on the return side. We did some Googling, found out the name, so we know they have an account. Give me just a second. And they write a long letter, and they use several biblical passages that I like. I kind of like the Bible. So they use some biblical passages about first shall be last and sharing. And the whole letter was this. The whole letter said, you know, I don't know why your management team has not chosen to let everybody that bought a coin have a part of this global pool. You should have just let them all have it. Why did you make them do anything? We should have just let everybody have it. Well, we have let everybody have it. Look, you bought these coins because you have a hope. We don't know. We can't make any guarantee, but you have a hope the coin will go up. And everything you see us doing, as you see us in Chicago in restaurants, and you see all of this work, what you hear at the middle is platform activity and creating a way to use the coin in ways that Bitcoin don't have, Ethereum don't have, even though we're using something that we should to build what we have. They don't have these things. We're a pioneer. So you know that everything we're doing, we want this coin to have more value because we're coin holders too. So I wanted to answer. I wanted to write back what my opinion was, and I wanted to say, hey, look, cheer on the leaders. They're the ones that are going to go get accounts. They're going because they earn more coins. Cheer them on, because what you hold has value as they lead us into the marketplace that we need to be in. So there's just, again, you're going to have things that you're going to need to think about, look at. Hey, it's fun to learn. It's fun to have something like this that is worth our time to make it better. So let me go for a minute into the global incentive pool and how that's distributed, because there will be nobody else in it. So congratulations, you're there. And look, you're going to see it. You're going to see some of it over the next few hours, part 1, and you're going to see part 2 by Thursday, and we'll probably overperform on that. But again, understand, we just got the checks, okay? And by the way, we get a few from time to time that don't pay, okay? And none of you have got phone calls saying, hey, can you get a hold of your person? And, you know, we've had others that have made those good, by the way. So it's crazy because you can count them on both of our hands and our feet, the number that has been. So it's been an incredibly successful. Trust has been good. We've had some we didn't get the checks. You would expect that. And we take the coins. We turn those accounts off. But overall, it's been fantastic because, look, we started trusting you first. Yes, it's interesting. You did write us a check, but your upline sent us those checks and we loaded the coins. And so, as you know now, as you look at your wallets, you're on Ethereum. I had a lady today that we're working with support that clicked her button to send 1,000 coins 4 different times to someone. Clicked it 4 times. We have the IP address. We show the action. We know the time she did it. And so she's saying, wow, I need to get those back. Well, that person that she sent those to are going to have to send them back to her. And I'm sure they will, but that's because you're running your wallet. You're on the Ethereum blockchain now. And so that is the value that you're going to see over the next few days highlighted. So let's go back to the bonus. So here's what happens with the bonus. Half of the bonus, which is hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars this month, half of it is split this way. There is points given to gold. Those points are just that, they're points that they have. There are points given to platinum. Plus, if you're a platinum, we look 2 levels before you, your first and your second level, and we add up the points that your first level platinums, PMQs, and golds have, and we add them to your points. So you have additional points by being active that'll, and whatever rank that's been obtained that I just talked about will be permanent. So you don't have to do more, you don't have to do anything else. You've earned your way into 50% of this pool. You really have earned your way into both ends, but you've earned your way into 50% of this pool on what you've already done. So again, if you're a platinum or a PMQ, now if you're a platinum, your first 2 levels, if there's a PMQ, you match your point total. You cannot earn more points than you've accumulated rank for, but you still share in the points they have, okay? If you're a PMQ, it goes 3 levels of those points. So you get what your first level, your second level, and your third level rank points are, adds to your points. So that's the way half of the pool is paid, and that pool will be credited into your back offices over the next few hours. That's number 1. Number 2 is, and the second part, the second 50% is paid out in activity. What your commissions are, what you've earned, and what your if you're a platinum, and what your first 2 levels have earned, it turns into points, dollar for points. Then if you're a PMQ, it's 3 levels, turns from dollars to points. So I will tell you, some of you that have helped lead this charge will earn incredible amounts of money this pool. Last month, Helen Zhang, our Chinese restaurant owner that many of you have watched on videos out of Oklahoma City, was number 1. But as most of you know, over the last 4 weeks, we've had 4 different number 1s in check size. We had a newbie come on the scene. I've never seen his name before. Number 1 this week. Fantastic start. So again, those of you that are in this global incentive pool, you know, congratulations. You're going to love it. I mean, can you imagine when you look at all of you together, less than 1,000 people that are going to share in the productivity of millions? You did something you will never regret. So be patient with this for a few days. Look, we did not expect what we watched and had happen. And if everybody would have did their end and got this all in by the 5th, then we would have been fine. We would have been, you know, extremely excited on the 10th. But when you get a chunk between the 10th and the 12th, it's prudent as owners of the business that we do what we did the way that we did it, because all we do when we don't pay on a lot of things is ask for questions to be asked. In fact, some of you had questions over the last few hours on your commissions. Well, the commissions ran through the 10th for this very reason. We'll run another run here probably Saturday that'll finish up through last Monday, and then we'll run Monday to Monday. So as we were before. So again, look, we'll never have this kind of close again with this. Now, growth-wise, we'll have bigger numbers, but it won't be the same in which everybody is going for the rank in the global incentive pool the way they did with this contest. So I know I've went long, but I think these things were important, and I wanted to be here to share it with you. Sam and myself congratulate you. We're going to work hard right with you. We've got so many things over the next few days, and I hope that all of you that can be will be in Dallas a week from this Saturday. We have a great meeting this Saturday, but I hope a lot of you can be there for that. It's going to be a fantastic event. So back to you, Jeremy.
All right, that's amazing, Bruce. Thank you so much for clearing that stuff up. A couple of people were asking about the, a lot of people. So I just wanted to ask you this real quick question. That I don't really have a lot. The actual B2B video that really explains everything. What is your intentions on that? As far as like somebody being able to go out and share a video with a business owner or put it in the beqyck system or wherever they're using. What is the plans for that coming?
Well, and the plan actually makes sense. And it's like I said, sometimes you have to do a little bit of thought into these things. We have a great script written, but we determine, you know what, we want to load some of the key 100 in the system. We want to show the wallet, which we have, and we want to show the exchange. Look, if you're going to build a video, it's going to make any business take note, then show them the whole thing. Show them the whole process. Show them why you're better off right now than any other opportunity they'll have brought to them as a business to participate in. So we did one of those things of slowing down a little bit to go fast and to not have just a bunch of questions. You can have the greatest video in the world and have questions after it. And so the proof is in the pudding. We're building the best proof that any of these coins have ever had. So we wanted to get a couple more things done, plain and simple. And as you know, we've gathered assets and tools. You've been a wonderful help. You have family members that are exceptional and has helped us with the script. But that's what we're doing. And so we're going to come on more on these webinars, more updates. You're going to see more and more of this kind of talk over the next few days because we're going to hit a home run, and we're going to hit a home run because we were prepared to when we got to the plate. So hopefully that gives the answer. As they see the exchange come live, we're going to finish it. It's just that simple. That way we have all the bases covered when a business looks at what we're presenting.
Yeah, that's amazing, Bruce. Thanks so much. And one other question, and I'll maybe have Chris come out in a second, say something. But a lot of people are asking, once the businesses get on the platform, where do you see, the consumers or customers falling shortly after that as far as a different key area? And I have ideas on that myself, but maybe everybody wants to kind of hear what you.
Well, customers are easy. We have some of the biggest affiliates in the world. Remember, I've worked with software that within 90 days was generating over 50% of all eBay affiliates. We've impacted Amazon before. We've impacted tools of Google with thousands and tens of thousands of people. I have lots of major affiliates that want to promote this. They're like, get the platform up. We understand lifetime consumers. We'll put it out on every offer we do. And it doesn't have to be a primary offer. It can be on the bottom of anything and everything they do. Why would you not, as a super affiliate, when you don't have this offer anywhere else, want to put this out to your customers? So I've never been concerned about customers. Look, if you're a consumer and you realize even a third of what we're doing, you're going to want to be part of this. You're going to know, where can I go do things? So if we have offers, the consumers are going to be there. It's not even I have no doubt on that. And again, we have the people that have built some of the biggest brands in the world. They built Match.com. They built eBay. They built Amazon. They built Netflix. We're not new to that part of it. And so we're super excited on that end. But you're going to see the business video first, and then you're going to see a super aggressive process for getting customers and consumers. And we're going to reward the top affiliates in that end too. So you're going to see some great promotion over the next few days.
That's amazing. And yeah, and guys, I will be showing you guys in the weeks to come on Mondays we're going to start getting into some viral social media marketing. I haven't showed you guys that yet because it wasn't time. So now we're going to show you guys how to, a free offer with this kind of message. I mean, all you guys can sign up as many people as you want. And I'll show you guys some, tricks on that for those of you that are really interested. And guys, remember, I posted this on Facebook today. Amazon, the biggest commerce platform today by far, dwarfs everything. Their affiliates that promote their stuff, that earn money with them, they're also their biggest consumers. I promise you that. So understand that a lot of these customers are going to come from just people coming in as affiliates and understanding that, wow, either I can go get business owners or I can go get consumers. Either way, I'm making money, and I'm going to support this because I'm getting educated on the power of beqyck. Bruce, do you think that that's pretty close?
No question at all. No question at all, Jeremy. And again, we love what you've been doing. We appreciate it. You've helped us blaze the trail. And so anyway, hey, thanks everyone for being on here. I'm going to jump off, but I know that Chris will have some words, and thank you all for taking so much time to listen tonight. We appreciate it.
Bruce, thanks so much for coming out. I'm sure everybody just loves it. So again, man, good luck with the move, bud. All right, Chris, are you there, bro? Come on out and say a couple words.
I will indeed, and thanks, Bruce, for coming on board and helping clear up some of the smoke that's in the air, because the smoke is because it's on fire. And I want you guys to realize that. One of the key points that Bruce said is this is a complete paradigm shift for everybody on the call. You've never been an owner of a affiliate marketing type company that can grow into the multi-billions. You've never been there. I haven't been there. I've been a part of some pretty special companies in my lifetime, but I've never been a part of something so big and so huge as this, much less be an owner in something like this. So the mindset does have to change. I've been a part of the newspaper industry for years. When I started with a newspaper back in 1980, it took us 4 years to even get somewhat profitable, somewhat get our act together, but we survived. And then we had another tough 10 years as we direct mailed every home on the island a newspaper. It was extremely expensive. But at the end of the day, our perseverance and the leadership rose to a level unlike any on the island. And within 25 years, we ended up owning the island. So I want you to kind of put that into perspective, because we're 9 weeks old. 9 weeks. Awesome. Imagine that in a pregnancy. We're not 9 months, we're 9 weeks. And yet we've paid out hundreds of thousands of dollars. We have brought on amazing affiliates. We've brought on, incredible leadership in 9 weeks. Guys, change the mindset to being proactive, being a supporter of if you are an owner, so act like one. When somebody hits you with something trivial, go right back at them and says, remember, you're an owner too. We're in the build and grow mode. And right now, the only mode you need to be in, instead of worrying about little issues, and I will repeat, they're little issues, is to concentrate on getting businesses. Because we know at corporate that if you get a lot of businesses, this will be the best decision of your life. Mm-hmm. If you get a lot of customers, this will be the best decision of your life. And it didn't have to cost you anything. If you decided to purchase beqyck, we applaud you. But that wasn't a requirement, and you know that. Mm-hmm. We've got hundreds of affiliates that came on board for nothing and earned a ton of beqyck. And as we grow from this day forward, we'll have consumers that might earn more beqyck than you ever purchased. And I don't doubt that for a minute. Because they're going to get this, and they're going to learn real quick that the more they shop our platform, the more beqyck and the more stock they earn in our company. And that's where you were right, Jeremy, when you mentioned that, hey, listen, their affiliates are their biggest customers. Well, there's no question. Our affiliates will be our biggest customers. Mm-hmm. That's why you heard me say for the last 2 months that, hey, listen, guys, hitting $2.68 billion is nothing more than 4 million affiliates buying one deal a week at $35. And this company hits $2.68 billion. Wow.
Yeah, and Chris,
man, that's just nuts.
Yeah, and Chris, and also in all honesty, a customer is somebody that buys a deal or buys something from us, but essentially it's free. A customer could go refer a business, and they'd be in the exact same spot that you or I are in. So, the language I think is there for just to keep it simple. Some people will buy deals and never promote it, or they'll refer their friends or whatever. But at the end of the day, we're all having an ID number, and depending on what you decide to do, because you are free, that's what you get paid on. So.
Exactly.
I
And
believe
I would urge,
because a lot of people ask that, like, well, what's the difference between an affiliate and a customer? I'm like, guys, it's free. Everybody's an affiliate. You have an ID number depending on what you want to plug into. So.
well, listen, I posted something on all the beqyck type sites today, and a lot of you shared it, and I appreciate that. And I'd like you to, anybody that is confused with an affiliate versus a customer versus a business owner, I urge you to go to that and take a look at it. It's a significant read, meaning it won't take you more than a couple of minutes, but it does outline the three variables:
Yes.
customer, affiliate, and business, and how each can play a significant role in the participation and ownership in our company. And so please go to Facebook. I think, Jeremy, you might have even posted it in beqyck, but it's all over the web by now, folks. And it's, if you pull it up on the screen, that might be helpful for everybody, because
I'm going to go to
it really is. It outlines everything. I had some amazing comments on it.
Here we go.
Yeah, and that's it right there. And it says a worthwhile read from Dallas, Texas. I'll tell you the other thing that's going to do for you is, if you have any doubt in this company at all, read that paragraph, read that whole note from me to the field and to prospective customers. Read the entire thing, and you'll know firsthand how real this company is, how big this company is. I can't tell you how many people I've known over my lifetime that threw in the chips over something trivial only to realize that they missed out on millions. Yeah, I'm not a young dude, man. I'm almost 60.
No, you're not.
And I have seen it all, I think. And I've really seen it when somebody has worried about the small and forgot about the big. This is a big deal, folks. And I wish each and every one of you nothing but success. This is going to be an incredible opportunity for your ultimate success, and a true legacy account for your kids. So stay engaged, get involved, sign on some merchants, sign on some affiliates, and have fun. This is nothing but a fun ride. And come to Dallas. Come meet with us firsthand. I've got that in the invitation. Come on out, say hi, introduce yourselves. We'd love to speak with you. With that, Jerry, over and out, buddy.
Awesome, guys. Well, it's 9:43. Thanks for coming out, guys. Normally we have our thing. So, guys, remember, every Tuesday and Thursday, this platform is for you guys to, bring prospects, bring interested parties. And like this Monday, guys, I've got a really special training, because it is now time to start really bringing people in droves. Let me hear you on the webinar tonight if you are ready to bring in hundreds of affiliates and customers. So, it all begins now. And, really quickly, I'll show you guys what you can be utilizing. And I want to recap with this for a lot of you guys that weren't here or whatever. There's a lot of new things in here, but utilizing this funneling system here, the webinar, and Chris and I are going to update the middle page. Chris, I'd love to do that with you probably Thursday, unless we have something else scheduled, because we got really a new presentation. So guys, there are people here, and I just want to give a shout out to Vincent Dunn. He's signed up like 30, 40 people through social media using this webinar funnel without talking to them. So it works. So what we're going to show you guys how to do is put this in front of a lot of people, because here's what did Bruce just say? We all own the company. So the more people that we bring to the platform and they get educated on beqyck and the potential of what's going to happen with it, guess what? We're going to spray the internet. I like to call it term. We're going to spray the internet with the message of beqyck, quick deals, get in for free, buy a deal, make some cryptocurrency, blah, 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 right? And I'm going to show you guys this Monday how to do paid marketing ads on social media to hit pocket areas of where you are, localization. So if you're in Tampa, Florida, you can run these funnels, okay, for very cheap, by the way, because they're what's called awareness campaigns. So you can hit thousands of people. And I think the name of the game, guys, right now is awareness, brand awareness. Let's get remember we talked about last night, 5 to 7 touches. We can all help each other create a brand by everybody participating in these marketing campaigns and spraying the internet, because what's going to happen is they're going to start seeing that symbol. They're going to start seeing that logo and be like, what is this? I've seen this like 5 times already this week, right? And it's viral, guys. You cannot beat the speed of the internet, especially with what we're doing. Affiliates, customers, we are going to be able to put ourselves and our brand in front of hundreds and thousands of people. And I made this commitment 4 weeks ago at corporate. If you guys watched the Facebook Live video, it is my goal, collectively together, leading the charge. I want to put 2 million people in the next 12 months onto this platform, and we can do it, guys. I've seen other people do it with not even close to the same message. So with that, guys, I'm going to let you go. Be there on Thursday night. We're going to run a new webinar. Be there for the recording. It'll go in here. And next Monday, we're going to show you guys how to just completely dominate. Frontline yourself 50, 100 people every single month. And I think that that's low for those of you guys that are going to be doing what we're going to show you. So, Chris, I appreciate you, my friend, for coming. Bruce, you were awesome. I know you're gone already, but this is recorded. And guys, I will get this recording up on the Facebook pages, the beqyck and beqyck group. It'll be tonight. So again, I appreciate you guys. Let me see a shout out if you guys had a great time tonight. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Talk to you soon.